Hey, what's up guys, Just Boots here and welcome back to another Digimon gameplay video. Today I have another match that's in the Ultimate Cup format, but to be honest it doesn't really matter for either of these decks because you gotta be seeing on the left we have Ulforce, which is a deck I've featured quite a few times by now on the channel, against a deck I haven't featured at all yet, which is gonna be Galacticmon. So that's definitely gonna be very cool because I think a lot of people think the deck is very cool, or at least interesting, because the mechanics are pretty unique, and I'm definitely looking forward to commentating this match. So yeah, we saw Galacticmon just start by what I assume is a pretty fairly standard play, just going Venmon and then Venmon. Like half of the deck is basically built of just that card, right? And on the left we actually see Ulforce already building up the stack quite nicely, going into the EX1 Vmon, and then the BT11 Veedramon and the BT11 Arrow Veedramon, I'm pretty sure. Now the Venmon are going to be digging for some cards. And then we see Pride Memory Boost hinting into another Venmon. And setting up the trash with the pieces isn't that bad either, right? Because the Fusion Eyes can evolve into the Destramon or the Galacticmon, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, with just, using the option in and then evolve into one of those in the trash. We see the Arrow Veedramon dig for a Tamer and pick up 2 of them, then go into Ulforce for 4. Then it's going to be able to use the when Digivolving effect to play out the Tamer, which can be either the Jerry or the Davis. I assume it's going to be the Davis, but I assume wrong, it's going to be the Jerry, which is not going to bring out... oh, it could still bring out. So he's going to gain 3 memory now, I'm pretty sure. 1 because he unsuspends, and then... Okay, so we can bring out Leomon. I thought the Veedramon and the Arrow Veedramon also said that, like, when you play out the Tamer, it gains a memory, but maybe I saw it wrong. That's also possible. But I feel like you should be at 1, but I'm not 100% sure. Gonna swing, draw a card from Wanyamon, then play out the Davis and unsuspend the Ulforce. Review the top 4, and add the BT11 Vmon to his hand. Bottom deck Arena, which is always a little bit sad in this deck. Doraemon being a hedge, evolving to Venmon, and now the Venmon are just gonna dig for some more pieces. And put, another Venmon under the Venmon. Which is nice because it will play into the cost reduction later on when he's going to be evolving into the Destramon or the Galacticmon. So adding Fusion Eyes to his hand, I think, and by now all the Venmon have some Venmon in the sources as well. But yeah, definitely playing the setup game here. And ooh, that definitely hurts, that Ultimate Flare. Very strong against the Ulforce deck because it doesn't play any X antibody cards. So if you Ultimate Flare the level 6, then the stack always just gets deleted. But that's definitely important, to slow down the opponent when you're playing the Galacticmon deck, because you do definitely need a little bit of setup, and once you do have the setup, it's very, very strong and very hard to get rid of, but it can occasionally take some time, as we're seeing here. And then also, to be honest, Ulforce had a really good start. So doing a little bit of setup there. I think he's probably looking for a level 5. Now we have 4 Venmon on the field. First Venmon is gonna dig, add the Snatchmon to his hand. And potentially, if he wants to, he can go pop the memory boost and then go into the Snatchmon and then do some plays from there. Rina is gonna get hit, which means that the Vmon now has evade and blocker technically. He's gonna swing and then get a lead by the Leomon, but I think that was probably what he wanted, because that means his trash gets set up, so he can probably later on use the Galacticmon to put the Venmon that are in the trash now under it. So evolve into the Snatchmon for 3. Put some Venmon under there. And he now has enough, I think, to evolve for 3 into the Destramon. So it's going to do the Fusion Eyes, which I think he can use for 3. Put the Venmon under the Snatchmon, and then he will be able to go into a Destramon. I thought he could do it from the trash, but maybe I'm just misremembering the fact. But yeah, definitely just evolving for 3 into the Destramon there. And now he does have enough Venmon to get rid of a Tamer with the when Digivolving effect, exactly. And then, yeah, go into the Galacticmon for 6. Put some more Venmon under there. So now it's a really, really big stack. He does have the inheritables where he can unsuspend and block. He can also Can he redirect? I'm not 100% sure on the redirection, but he definitely has the effect to unsuspend and block, and then he can also, you know, protect the stack by, I think it is putting 4 of the Venom to the bottom of the deck when it would be removed from the field. And yeah, I think he can do put 2 Venom to the bottom of the deck to redirect an attack. I'm pretty sure that's it. And then also at the start of his main phase, he can get trash one of the opponent's security as well. So yeah, Galacticmon definitely very powerful once it eventually hits the field, which it has done now. Ulforce going to come down again, unsuspend. He's going to attempt to bounce the Galacticmon. Since he does have 3 tamers in play, he can do that. But of course, he can just protect the Galacticmon if he wants to. So yeah, Galacticmon going to, you know, attempt to get bounced, protect. Then he's going to unsuspend his Galacticmon with, I'm not sure if it's a Snatchmon or the Destromon inheritable, but one of those. And Ulforce deciding not to attack, which is fair enough because the Galacticmon would just block it, right? Okay, evolve 2 Venom there. He trashed, was it Ice Wall? Yeah, he trashed Ice Wall. So that's definitely must feel pretty good. Then dig again for more pieces with the Venom. And I assume at this point the Galacticmon is just gonna swing in. Don't really think there was a reason to not do it. Yeah, Leomon's going to block. Get him 2 memory and a draw. And he also is gonna do the Jerry, so 2 draws and the 2 memory. And then another Ultimate Flare. Yeah. Must be a bad time to be the Ulforce player right now. But that's definitely one of the strengths of the deck. Like, it can be a little bit slow, but you do have quite a bit of space in the deck building to play defensive options like Ultimate Flare. But also stuff like Laser Cannon, the Iron Fist Onslaught, which we saw being reviewed with a Venom earlier. So there's definitely a lot of options. But I'm not really sure if Ulforce can even get back into the game at this point. Unless he has another Leomon, this literally is game. Because the Galactimon's gonna trash the top security, and then he has 2 Venoms which can attack as well as the Galacticmon, by the way. So he's going to have to stop 2 attacks, so he will definitely need another Leomon. But I don't think he has it, since he probably would have played before playing the Tamers. In fact, he's just going to pass turn here. So yeah, this is just going to be game, right? Trash top security, and now Venom swings, hits Kubamon, and yeah, that's just going to be the game, because the one Leomon is not going to be able to stop 2 attacks. So yeah, Galacticmon, it's a pretty decisive win there. But the Ultimate Flares definitely came in pretty clutch there. Like, if he didn't, or if he couldn't out the stack right away each time there, maybe the Ulforce could have gone really aggressive and, you know, done multiple attacks. But I'm not even sure though, because of course the Galacticmon does have to redirect and the blocker stuff. So yeah. Anyway, we see another Venom into Venom start, only this time the second Venom actually comes from the Prime Memory boost instead of being hardplayed. Once again, EX1 Vmon in the back, BT11 Vmon being played out. Adding Rina and Pool, I couldn't quite tell. I think it was Ulforce, but I'm not 100% sure. Venom going to be digging for pieces, doesn't hit anything, but he does hit the Venom. Draw from the Dorimon, then the other Venom also going to be digging for pieces. Also just revealing triple Venom, just like the first one. Not really one you want to be seeing, but you know, could be worse for sure. Popping the boost, and then, oh right, just a memory choke. And play out another Venom, surprise surprise. But this is nice because it means that since the V1 player is at 1, if he wants to evolve into a level 4, then that means he's going to be a passing turn. Vmon going to swing there, hit into a Venom, get deleted, and then evolve into Kumamon, alright. So definitely not what you want to be using to build up the stack, but I mean, if it's the only level 4 you have, it is what it is. Venom, this time hitting Destromon and a Venom. And once again drawing from the Dorimon. We also see he's playing the Time Memory Tamer here, the one that gives you your Digimon plus 1000 in your opponent's turn. To make the Galacticmon even stronger blocker, and we see him also putting the Snatchmon to his hand, and then just hard playing another Venom. Sure, He probably still, to get the best play, basically, he will need some more Venom sources, I think. I do think it's pretty strong that he basically forces his opponent to build up in the back and not be able to swing over his Venom. Because if he does move out the stack to start beating over the Venom, then, you know, he's at risk of losing a stack to the options that we know the Galacticmon player is playing. So many Venom on the field, and they're actually going to be swinging in now, so I guess that's pretty much a tale that the Galacticmon player now has all the pieces he wants. I assume anyway. And okay, the last Venom's actually going to dig in and add the Destramon to his hand. And draw from the Dormon as well, fair enough. Pop the boost. And now maybe we'll see the same play as last game where you go Snatchmon, put some Venomon in the source and then use Fuse Dice. We'll see. Yeah, put 2 under there. Take a look at the trash. And yeah, he does use the Fusion Ice, which is for free if you have the Snatchmon on the field. Let's see, the Galacticmon is going to come down for free, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think he forgot to put the Fusion Ice to trash or something. Looked like that. And then Destramon going to come down, which is going to pop the Arena, of course. Very solid. And then, yeah, it's just exactly the same play as last game. And he goes into the Galacticmon for 6. And put some more Venomon under there. He ran out of space, but yeah, those 4 Venomon are now also in the stack. They are not on the field. There's like, I don't know, 14 Venomon in the stack or something like that. Pretty strong, pretty strong. But Ulforce does have a lot of memory to try to counter it now. Not sure how he will do it, but you know, he might. We'll see. So, ooh, bottom decking double Ulforce. Feels bad, hits no tamers. Ah, but he already had it, okay. So for 4, plays Arena, now he's going to gain 3 memory, I'm pretty sure. So he gains 1 from Arena, right? And then 1 from the Venomon. Oh, right, now remember, yeah, right, the BT11 Ulforceveedramon actually doesn't have the memory gain effect, but instead has the effect similar to Arena. To activate the when digivolving, I think. Ah, right. So that's also what I forgot about game 1. Anyway, Ulforce going in here. I'm pretty sure he tried to bounce a Galacticmon, but I don't think he can. I think he could only bounce up to a level 5. Because he only had 2 tamers, but I'm not sure if it will impact the game too much. But I think that was a little bit of a misstep. Ulforce going to swing in. Wow, triple Arena in hand. That's definitely very solid. Having access to multiple Arena just means you have access to multiple attacks, which is very, very powerful. Is it powerful enough though? I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious why he isn't using the Galacticmon ability to block. Or maybe is it because the Ulforce is too big for some reason? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I really feel the only reason why you would want to do that, like not block, is if the Ulforce is actually bigger. Because that means that you won't be able to get rid of the stack anyway. Because if they're equal, then the Ulforce... Oh, yes, they evade. Right. Right. Rina gave it evade, and then... yeah, there is not much use to actually block it. And you... pretty much, I figured the Galacticmon player is just hoping he hits into Security Bomb. But he didn't, right? And now... this won't be game because there's 2 blockers on the field. And he will definitely need to do something now because those blockers launch those blockers because they can also attack. So that possibly threatens lethal for Ulforce on the next turn. But we'll see. So one of Leomon gets outed now by the Galacticmon running over it. And another ultimate flare. It really feels like both of these games went exactly the same way. Like, the Galacticmon got made in exactly the same way, and then just ultimate flare getting rid of the stack each time. Even though, I guess if the Ulforce player has less Ulforce in his hand, because we did saw 2 getting bottom decked, he does have enough memory here to just build up the Ulforce stack from the Leomon, which, yeah, it's not ideal, but It's also not the worst, especially if you can just keep triggering those Renas, right? But he will need another Rena to give the Ulforce evade once again, because he doesn't give the Ulforce evade, then he's just going to lose out to the Galacticmon redirect. We'll see the structure deck, ROV, and we actually see the old school Ulforce, which I don't think is terrible. It looks like he's using the tie as a like when attacking effect, but I'm pretty sure it's a just main effect. Like the Rena is on attack, but then the tie I think is just during the main phase. Could be wrong, but yeah, don't really think it would have mattered, because as we see here, the Galacticmon just redirects and the Ulforce just, you know, his entire stack gets deleted, and now not really sure how he will get back into the game. I honestly literally think it's impossible. Because you will need 2 blockers and he has 1 memory, so really not sure how he's gonna pull this off. So yeah, definitely looks like... oh right, and he just concedes the game. Yeah, fair enough. So pretty cool gameplay here. Cool seeing Galacticmon in action actually winning. Yeah, GG.